was splashing and Soulja the Gang Spitter. The situation with Quavo and Saweetie really wasn't no fight or no altercation. It was more like getting some understanding, you know, getting some straightening. That's all that was. It really wasn't I ain't seen no blows get thrown. But they say Saweetie swung on Quavo before the camera could pick up the situation. And you know the reason why she got slung, not that he really put all his strength into it, is because, you know, he probably just bought them bags. He probably still got the receipt in his pocket. Or he swiped the card, because, you know, that's a tax write-off buying designer bags. It depends on how you word it with your CPA. Like them designer bags, unless you buy too many of them in 1 year, you can write that off of business expense. You know, you're an entertainer, that's a business expense. Buying luggage, buying bags. You got having to switch it up for your audience. So they could be a write-off. A lot of this stuff can be a write-off. He probably just had he probably got the receipt in his phone. He swiped the card, it goes straight to his email. Yeah, so if she want to take it to another level, he like, nah, you ain't, I just spent $15,000 on this. I just dropped $20,000. You tripping. You know, they was going through their little situation in the room, and you know, it just spilled downstairs. Like I said in the Famous Dates video, you at the hotel, you get to a situation, everything recorded, you got a good chance of getting caught. It depends how far you take it. You see what I'm saying? It depends on how far you take it if the police get called. Evidently, they probably weren't making a lot. It don't look like they was making a lot of noise. They weren't doing too much. They did just enough to, you know, ease out the situation without the cops being called and nobody getting locked up, or, you know, because we ain't know nothing about it, right? Until now. You know, a female gonna be extra. You know, anytime when you got pretty females like that, where they think they pretty, they think they 10s, I don't think Saweetie a 10. Really, she straight, but she ain't no 10 or no 9. She probably like a 7, like a high 7. Without her makeup and eyelashes and all that, she a 6, 6.5. But with her makeup and glossed up and all that, with the surgery and everything, she a 7. And some days, you know, everybody had their days. She could be an 8. Some days she'll be an 8. Some days, but some days she between a 6 and 8. It depends if you catch her coming out in the morning. It depends if you catch her when you waking up, you laying next to her, she a 6. And when she get glossed up, sometimes she be a 7. But you know, when she really get on her drip, she can be an 8. But not a 9 or a 10, never. But in my opinion. But you know, with females like that, if you get any kind of altercation with them and they in public, they gonna be all extra. Even if you just touch them, they'll fall all on the ground, lay there for 10 minutes, like he punched her in the jaw, like he broke her jaw. Yeah, just lay there. That wasn't even nothing. Like, she ain't even really had to fall like that. Like, she just being extra. She ain't had to lay on the ground that long. For what? That's just you know, she'll raise her voice, and just so when she know them doors open up, she know somebody gonna be right there when the doors open up 9 times out of 10, and to make it look like something. Force other people to call. Make it look like something wrong. They see Quavo, or they see a man standing right there. You know, he don't look like something wrong. He look like they just got into it. He got the look on his face. Because, you know, men can't really just jump out of character that fast, but women can. They can just turn into 5 different characters at one time. So just being extra for no reason. See, that's the pros with hood chicks and project chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you would have slung her to the ground like that, or she would just tripped and fell to the ground like that, and she wanted that pocketbook or that designer bag or that luggage, she would have jumped right back up and tried to get it again. She wouldn't have just laid there, because it wouldn't have been nothing. You're like, what? That ain't nothing, nigga. I bet you, that ain't nothing. You see what I'm saying? She would have been trying to pull him with him. She would have kept going. She would have kept going. She wouldn't have just laid there like that and try to, you know, play victim and lay there for 10 minutes. Come on now. Stop it, man. If you can lay on the ground like that for 10 minutes and he ain't really touch you, you pretty much kind of feel on your own, off balance. You lightweight, you ain't good on your feet. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like how you think you is. If you can do that, you better not get in no fight with no female. Like, you better not. Yeah, you keep security with you. Don't get in nothing. Don't get in nothing. Don't get in no scuffle with somebody like Tommy. Oh Lord, no. Don't do that, man. Stay pretty. Stay Saweetie. Cause yeah, you get into it with the right female, you're gonna need a speedy recover. Understand that, man. Another con when you dating these famous females, especially the ones that really think they pretty, they got a name for themselves, they remember, their memory be on point. So as soon as she fell to the ground, she automatically thought of the cameras recording, and she automatically thought of Beyonce and Jay-Z. She automatically thought about that situation right there when they was in the elevator. That's why she laid like that. That's why she laid like that. She already knew the cameras rolling, make him so when it, cause she knew that something like they gonna get released. So when they do get released, depends on where they at in the situation. You know, he'll look like the bad guy, even though it's clear as day he ain't do nothing. It was just a little like, nah, this mine. Like, nah, I paid for this. They ain't nothing. Anybody do that? Like, they ain't nothing. That wasn't nothing. She thought about that situation like that, so she'll know. Even if she could have caused the problem, it'll look like, depends on what angles, where all angles come out to the world, to the media, he'll look like the victim. Even though she could have started everything, even though she could have swung on him 5 or 6 times up in the room, and it worked. As far as like females taking her side, and you know some people gonna take her side. She could have just tripped the field just because he's standing on top of her, or just standing right there, still looking superior. He hit women now. You can't put that on Quavo. That wasn't enough. That wasn't nothing. That was like, come on, man. That wasn't nothing. See, Quavo didn't remember he was being recorded till after, you know, she on the ground, she laid there about 2 or 3 minutes. You know, he probably shelled off the runts, you know, off the good gas, so he ain't really think about no camera until he just look around like, oh yeah, I forgot we in 5-star hotels. You know, they're gonna have the cameras rolling anyway. And yeah, like, let me chill. Like he's somebody, he definitely still a beta male because how he did Saweetie in the relationship, but he still hold his temper. You see what I'm saying? He seen the camera. Some dudes would have seen the camera and still went crazy. A lot of dudes would still went crazy. He got out of his feelings. He ain't go crazy. He looked and, you know what I'm saying, got back right. He could have turned up some more. He seen the camera and got back right. He could have turned up some more. He just stood there, ain't really talking, ain't really saying nothing. So it don't even look like he was talking to her. It don't look like he was cussing her out or nothing. It don't. He seen that camera and, you know what I'm saying, got right. That was a good move. Good move on them high-tech cameras, on them good cameras, on them 5-star cameras. That was a good move. My opinion, this is my opinion. I feel like Saweetie either called that hotel, or her team or her label mate, somebody in her crew called that hotel and asked for that video footage. Yeah, because she was already in a hot seat. She looked terrible for what she said on the interview. A lot of females and a lot of men was looking at her crazy. Because that's the only time when a woman care, when she see women, you know what I'm saying, not on her side. So it was women not on her side and men coming forward. So she needed something. And she remembered, it clicked, like, oh, I forgot about the hotel situation. She reached out to the hotel, probably paid them some money, and got the video. Alleged, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. That's what I think. I think she went and got that video, or she sent one of her teammates, and they got that video sent to them, and they released it. And one of their people sent it to one of the blogs, and it just spread it like Wi-Fi. Yeah, it just spread it. You know what I'm saying? To save face, to, you know, to make people forget about what she said on the interview. You know what I'm saying? Now look at Quavo as the bad guy. Plus Quavo, you know what I'm saying, they saying Migos jumped old buddy, Justin. So it go hand in hand. You see what I'm saying? Go hand in hand. That's a little game the females and them be playing. Stuff like that right there. So that's how I feel on the situation. I feel like one of her teammates allegedly called and got that tape to make it flip. Because she knew women, when women see that, they gonna forget about the interview. They gonna all take the ones that was talking to her bad about the interview. They gonna come back now and take her side on that and go against Quavo. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is on that. How couldn't it, like, come on, they don't make sense? Stop playing, man. But the culture can't cancel Quavo. The reason why the culture can't cancel Quavo, because the streets ain't say so. Quavo and the Migos, they still got the streets. And the streets still say EE. The streets still looking for that culture 3. So how can the culture go cancel Quavo? And when, you know, he ain't lose nothing with us from that. He lost a couple points for being a beta male. But as an artist, like, cancel on that situation right there, that wasn't nothing right there. That ain't nothing. Like, come on, man. That wasn't nothing. So that ain't gonna work. Like, the females or the little people that's in there, look, the canceling group thing, they can see it, but if they ain't strong enough, it ain't enough. He ain't do enough damaging. So nah, the whole black culture ain't gonna cancel Quavo. So you can go ahead, y'all can go ahead and, yeah. It sound good though. It sound good when you say it like that. It sound good. But really, like both Saweetie and Quavo off this situation, they gonna get money off this situation. They gonna profit off this situation. People gonna want to hear what Saweetie got to say as far as new music. They got to just put it in a way where they can make money, not just do interviews. And they gonna want to hear what Quavo got to say. It's gonna make people want to buy the Culture 3 album more, especially if they say they cooking up. They mean they putting new material out. Ain't like they saying we got songs stored in the drive already and we already got the album done. Nah, they saying they cooking up. You got producers saying, yeah, like Murder and them. You got producers like Murder and saying, yeah, we working, we cooking. Southside or Les Luger or Zaytoven, whoever else, like we working, we cooking up. So they gonna want to hear what Offset and Quavo and everybody got to say. Then when Saweetie, when it's time for her to drop again, or she drop a new single, and if she talk about the situation, even if she reword it a little bit, yeah, people gonna want to hear it. They gonna want to, or if she do interviews, they gonna want to. She have a lot to talk about. So they are both a profit off this situation right there. They're both keeping their name, typing their name in the search engine, and yeah, and they start popping up. That's traction. That's, you know, that's what the labels want. That's what they need, type. So at the end of the day, they both win because it ain't none law-breaking type of situation where they gonna lose money. They gonna gain from this. Have people. You got people saying both of their names. Yeah. That's what it is, man. That's my take on the situation. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. Hit the notification bell. Gone.